Hey guys, this is Women's International
Women's Day.
Yeah.
We're out here. We're asking people how they feel about women's rights and what issues in the world
they face.
No.
Do you women feel well represented in the United States as high school students?
Yeah.
What problems do you guys see in the U.S. with women and their rights? Do you think they're mistreated? How about that?
Not only mistreated, but I think, I guess we're all treated equally. It's gotten better lately, I guess.
Do you think you guys are like taken for granted?
No.
Well, there you have it.
Do you feel women are treated equally as men?
I believe the difference in the ratio is beginning to sort of close a bit, but I still think that women are considerably so. They're treated not equally.
And do you mind asking, what do you do as a job?
I'm a designer and art director.
And do you think women could do your job as well as you do?
Sure.
And how do you feel about the overall treatment of women in the United States?
I guess I would say it's improving. I would say if you look in the magazines and you look in the different media that's out there, it does portray or give the sense that women are coming up and growing and are expanding and broadening their horizons, and even their entrepreneurial spirit is actually been catalysts and made new work for them and new companies, as well as offered opportunities for men. So I would say they're holding their own. I think they're doing very well. I think my hats go off to them. I have great respect for women. I think they're God's gift to men. So literally they are.
First question, how do you feel about the overall treatment of women in the United States?
I think it could be improved substantially. I think they're still making big gains in education and employment, but some corporations and even, other institutions still make it harder for women to get to the top, and they get paid less for doing the same job often. So I think that's still a challenge for us as a country.
And second, what's your job?
I'm a pediatrician at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia.
Do you think a woman can do your job?
Absolutely.
Just as well?
The majority of the doctors in my department are women, and they're all great at it.
Do you feel well represented by the political leaders of our country?
Well represented. You mean like
in DC?
Yeah, like Obama, and definitely not by Toomey. I do not consider myself well represented by him. I feel like it's ridiculous. I mean, that guy is trying to put, poor, impoverished women in even worse shape than they are now. So I would have to say, overall, no.
What do you think they could do better?
I think that they could really put some time and attention into providing daycare alternatives for women. One thing they could certainly do to reduce crime and everything else is they could fund early childhood education. And those initiatives never go anywhere in Washington or at the state level. So yeah, I don't feel like we're very well represented. What about women's health care? Oh my goodness, what about abortion rights? People are chipping away at that constantly. So, no, I don't think we're well represented.
Women are treated equally as men?
No.
Why not?
Why not?
Because, you're men. We're females, so, we don't really get as much. I don't know.
What's one thing that bothers you?
Examples?
Sexism and how you guys, they say that since we're like feminine, more feminine than guys, that we can't really do as much as you guys can.
What about like when there are like stereotypes where people are like saying like you should be making sandwiches and stuff? How does that make you feel? Is it just funny, or is it to an extent it gets annoying?
Annoying.
It gets annoying? Alright.
How do you feel about the overall treatment?
Up this way. Like you wanna up this. Okay, we're here.
How do you feel about the overall treatment of women in the United States?
It's not fair. It's not fair at all. It's not fair, and
Why do you feel that way?
because they should have like the same rights that men have too. So
What's the most disrespectful thing a man can do to a woman?
touch them appropriately, I guess.
Okay. That sounds
People even care.
Nah, there's kind of like segregated because you have like women bathroom and guy bathroom.
Oh.
It's like no. But and for most cases they kind of are, except for unless you work at Walmart. I heard they don't do too well at Walmart there.
Alright, you don't want to ask him.
Next
What do you do as your profession, and do you think women could do it as well as you do?
I consider myself like an entrepreneur. I currently like run 2 businesses right now. They're small businesses, but you know I'm growing.
And do you think women could do that as well as you do?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of sales involved and personnel.
And how do you feel about the overall treatment of women in America?
Overall treatment, it's gotten better, a lot better, way better.
How do you feel about the overall treatment of women in the United States?
Oh, it's terrible.
Terrible?
It's terrible. It's worldwide.
And do you think women could do your job?
Probably. Most
Yeah?
definitely.
And do you have any other statements about women and how you feel?
Yeah. Yeah, women have been oppressed throughout history.
What do you think we can do better as a country for women?
Well, first of all, stop the whole idea of putting women in war. You want to get more people out of war. Why do you want to put people in the army, you know? So no, don't put women in the army. You know, that's the first thing you can do.
But don't you think that? Don't you think that's like something that women are fighting for? Is to like
To make it more fair?
to make it more fair, so they can also be in the army? You know.
Hey, you know, if I'm standing in a line to jump off a building, I'm going to fight to get in front of the line to jump. It's stupid.
Yeah. Okay.
People, it's time to put an end to this war. You know,
Yeah.
only thing that's really threatening humans are lions, tigers, and bears. And if you haven't noticed, we got those locked up. So this war, like, no, they should not be in the army.
Yeah, we really need to find some more.
Yeah, we need to
women
find some more
interview.
people because like we only have like 4.
We're only running out of time too. Gotta hurry up.
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, let's do her.
Are you busy right
Yo
now?
no quiero, okay?
Uh,
I don't need your number, okay? I have too many,
no,
like...
no, man. We're just. I'm just here to ask you some questions.
Excuse me?
It's Women's Day.
Like, I don't know what you're trying to pull on me, but like, I've heard them all,
No,
okay?
no. I'm just here to ask you some questions. It's for an interview for our school.
What is this about? Like, I don't know what you're trying to pull on me.
It's just for a project. So can we?
Keep what project? I need to know, like...
It's for an English project.
Okay, and I'm gonna be on camera?
Yeah. Is that alright with you?
You look great.
Well, you okay?
Yeah.
I just gotta do my hair.
Stunning.
Like, I don't like take pictures of me before I'm ready.
You're fine.
Okay, like,
You'll be fine.
No,
It's
let
okay.
me just poof it. I'm gonna call my girlfriend up after this and be like, oh my god, like, what are you doing? Like, this is so, I'm gonna be famous. Like, OMG,
Yeah.
like, you don't even know. Like, I'm gonna be a star, and this is gonna be like my tape, like, before I'm famous, like, that they play at the Oscars.
Yeah, definitely. I
Okay,
can
what
see
did
that.
you want to tell
All right.
me?
So can I ask you the questions now? That's fine.
Yes, of course.
All right. Do you feel represented by the political leaders of our country when it comes to your rights?
Like political leaders like Michelle Obama and like
Obama, the president. Yeah.
no, Michelle Obama.
Oh.
They're laughing at me like I cannot take these. Like
Yo, you gotta stop laughing.
it's
at
not
her.
a joke. Like I'm gonna come up to you.
Damn, it's not a joke, man.
Anyway, like yes, like Michelle Obama. She is like a good leader and like also like Jennifer Lopez. Like she's not politic, but like she got power and like I respect that in a woman.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Just no, but like, don't you have any more questions?
No, that's all I have actually. That's all, we all have time.
Oh my god, like, how are you gonna like half-ass interview
No.
me?
This is all, look. I only have one question. Look.
Ay, puta negra, no quiero la...
There's only one question.
No,
I'm sorry, ma'am.
hey,
Ma'am, it's okay. You want me to ask you another
ay,
question?
Dios mío, ¿por qué?
I can ask you another question.
Mira.
¿Qué?
Is this your husband?
No.
Is this your husband?
Hai, mày đang đâu vậy? Đi ra ăn phở vậy anh mày. Ok, tao gặp mày đó.
Excuse me, ma'am.
No!
Ask a question.
Ma'am, we
What?
just want to ask a couple interested.
Woman Day?
Yes,
for
yes,
Women's
it's
Day.
today.
Today, Woman Day?
We were hoping to ask you some questions.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the question?
Do you have a question for me?
Oh yeah. So in the United States of America, women have experienced extreme struggles in climbing up the hierarchy of society. How do you feel about the mistreatment of women in the United States?
Ở bên Việt Nam á, mấy con gái không có phải chỉ ở nhà nấu ăn rồi không có giống như ở bên đây.
Do you think it's fair?
Over here it's very good compared to back in the Asia. So
What can we do to fix it?
Let me call you back, Carol. Let me call you back.
Hi, it's National Women's Day. Do you mind if we ask you a few questions about women, the treatment of women in America?
Yeah.
Alright,
Is it alright if we film you?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
How do you feel about the overall treatment of women in the United States?
Well, like for me, I go home and I have to feed my children all the time. And, you know, it's really wrong in the household. I wish my husband could do that. I'm tired of making sandwiches all the time.
How many sandwiches do you make a day?
My husband and we had about 10 kids, so about 20 a day. Then I have to make dinner.
And do you feel well represented by our political leaders of our country when it comes to your rights?
My husband doesn't really let me watch the news. He's scared that I might rebel.